Madam Court, report of the record will reflect all parties are present. Ladies and gentlemen, as with all trials, it is my experience that some of you will be disappointed with the verdict, some of you will be happy with the verdict. In the case, however, I will not stand for any emotional outbursts in this courtroom. The jury has deliberated long and hard in this case. They've worked extremely hard. They've sat through 2 weeks of trial, and I will not have them exposed to any emotional outbursts in this courtroom. Bring out the jury. Thank you.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. So that a four-person was elected. You brought back the verdict form. Would you provide that to our bailiff, please? Thank you, sir. The jury verdict form seems to be in order. Mr. Bybee, would you please rise with counsel?
Defendant is not guilty. As to count 2, the jury find the defendant is guilty of kidnapping as charged. As to count 3, the jury find as follows: the defendant is not guilty. As to count 4, the jury find as follows: the defendant is guilty of exploitation of others as charged. As to count 5, the jury find the defendant is not guilty. As to count 6, the jury find the defendant is guilty of fraudulent use of personal identification information. Count 7, the jury find the defendant is guilty of fraudulent use of personal identification. As to count 8, the jury find the defendant is not guilty. The jury find as to count 9, the defendant is not guilty. As to count 10, the jury find the defendant is guilty of fraudulent use of personal identification information. As to count 11, the jury find the defendant is guilty of fraudulent use of personal identification information. As to count 12, the jury find the defendant is guilty of fraudulent use of personal identification information. As to count 13, the jury find the defendant is guilty of fraudulent use of personal identification information. Count 14, the jury find the defendant is guilty of fraudulent use of personal identification information. As to count 15, the jury find the defendant is guilty of offenses against computer users, defraud or obtain property as charged. As to count 16, the jury find as follows: the defendant is guilty of offenses against computer users, defraud or obtain property as charged. Count 17, the jury find the defendant is guilty of offenses against computer users, defraud or obtain property as charged. As to count 18, the jury found as charged the defendant is guilty of offenses against personal identification information.
Thank you, Madam.
6 day October 2017.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The defense wish the jury polled?
No.
All right, thank you. Mr. Bybee, have the jury having rendered a verdict, the court at this time adjudicates you guilty of the crime of kidnapping, exploitation of an elderly person, count 6, fraudulent use of personal identification information, count 7, fraudulent use of personal identification information, count 10, fraudulent use of personal identification information, count 11, fraudulent use of personal identification information, count 12, fraudulent use of personal identification information, count 13, fraudulent use of personal identification information, count 14, fraudulent use of personal identification information, count 15, offenses against users of computers, computer systems, computer networks, and electronic devices, count 16, offense against users of computers, computer systems, computer networks, and electronic device, 17, adjudication of guilt as to offenses against users of computer systems, computer networks, and electronic devices. And count 18, fraudulent use of personal identification information. As to the remaining counts, a verdict of not guilty will be placed on the record. Having so adjudicated, gentlemen, you wish a PI and
No, sir.
sentencing?
No PSI.
All right.
We'd request a sentencing date. Unfortunately, I don't have a calendar. If we can coordinate, maybe, I know Monday's a holiday, Tuesday with your office and the state. I know that the state has another trial coming up pretty quick here. Certainly, we want to present factors in mitigation. I also would, if the court would allow, get a copy of the verdict so that we could see it and analyze it, if that's okay. And that's what we have. Thank you.
I know that my judicial assistant checked some available dates for me in November. I believe November 8th, 9th, right around that area. So if you want to contact her on Monday or Tuesday and coordinate with each other, I'll be happy to come up for a sentencing hearing. We'll set a time for that.
Thank you.
Allocate hour and a half.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, very good. At this time, Mr. Bybee, I remand you into the custody of the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, pending sentencing hearing to be announced at a later date. I do need you to be fingerprinted at this time. You have the capability of doing that. All right, do need him fingerprinted at this time. Step over to the podium there, please. Be fingerprinted in my presence. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I wish to thank you for your time and consideration in this case. I know this has been a very difficult case. I'm sure I speak for the attorneys when I express to you my gratitude for your serious and hard work in your deliberations today. I also wish to advise you of some special privileges enjoyed by you as jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, their discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it to remain so. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about your jury's work. Although you are at liberty to speak with anyone about your deliberations, you are also at liberty to refuse to speak with anyone. A request to discuss either your verdict or your deliberation may come from those who are simply curious, from those who might seek to find fault with you, from the media, from attorneys, or elsewhere. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror. At this time, I will turn you over to our bailiff, who will escort you back to the jury room, where I will join you in just a moment and discuss your discharge. You are, however, discharged as jurors in this case with my thanks.
All right, jurors seated.
And any other matters that come before the court at this time?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We will be in recess.
November 8th was up to you.
On November 8th, I know is an available date for me. You can check with Mary Lou. I think I've got like the 8th and 9th. I've got some times that I can come out for sentencing. Thank you, gentlemen.